What's up, my YouTube family? Sergeant Graybeard back with another Division 2 video. Today is Wednesday, March 31st, and as always, I hope this message finds you healthy and safe. So over the last few weeks, I've gotten some messages asking me to put together a build based around the Dark Winter SMG. Now, as most of you know, it's in the reward track for Season 1. Many players didn't get to play that the first time around, so they're finally able to get this weapon. Now, I actually put together a build video for this a while back, but it was a different variation, and one of the best things about the game right now is there are so many different variants that you can run with different gear sets and builds that there's no shortage of things to try out. Now, if you happen to be new to the channel, first of all, welcome. Secondly, feel free to hit that subscribe button. We would love for you to be a part of our gaming family, and if you enjoyed this or found it helpful at all, take a quick second and hit that like button. It really does help us out. So as I start off on all my build videos, I want to remind you that this is just a template. This is how I like running the thing. Actually, it's one of many ways I like running this build, so the most important thing is try different things out and really make a build your own. And when I say that, and this is really geared for new players or people just returning to the game, it's, maybe tweaking armor here for weapon damage or doing a different specialization. It's really up to you. But the most important thing, in my opinion, is trying out different variants and see what really works for your gameplay. As always, my friends, I'm starting off with a little bit of footage. You can see I'm running heroic difficulty. It is literally just melting NPCs. This thing is so much fun to use. In a second, I'm going to cut from the footage. We'll go over the build, a little more footage at the end, and then I want to give a few tips to new players or people who are just returning. Starting off with the specialization, I'm running with Gunner, so I get that extra armor on kill. However, I know a lot of agents that use Firewall because you get that extra weapon damage. So again, my friends, it's totally up to you and based around your gameplay. Now, as far as the primary weapon goes, obviously we're talking the SMG Dark Winter. The thing is an absolute monster, the talent perfect killer. Killing an enemy with a critical hit grants 50% crit hit damage for 10 seconds. As I mentioned a moment ago, it is a guaranteed drop from the reward track in Season 1, so everyone should be able to pick it up. For my secondary weapon, I'm using the Scorpio shotgun. Don't really use that thing at all with this build, however, I like having it with me just in case. Now on to the build itself. You can see I'm running 4 True Patriot, 1 Sokolov, and the Memento backpack. In my opinion, True Patriot gear set is still so much fun to use. It's one of the most effective gear sets in the game. I know we have Hunter's Fury, but this one still is a lot of fun. You can see the gear set bonus is as follows. A 2-piece gives you 30% ammo capacity, 3-piece gives you 30% magazine size, and the 4-piece gives you the talent red, white, and blue. Every 2 seconds, enemies you shoot receive a stacking debuff of red, white, and blue. Red amplifies the enemy's damage by 8%. White, while shooting the enemy, it repairs the attacking agent's armor by 2% once every second. With blue, it decreases the enemy's damage dealt by 8%. Then under full flag, enemies that die while under the effect of all 3 debuffs create a 5-meter explosion, dealing damage equal to their total health and armor. One thing I'd like to mention is pretty much on all of these pieces, I'm just stacking crit hit chance and crit hit damage. Now moving on to the body armor, it's the 1 piece of Sokolov, so I do get that 10% SMG damage bonus. For the talent, I've chosen Obliterate. Critical hits increase total weapon damage by 1% for 5 seconds, stacks up to 25 times. Another great option is Intimidate. It's really up to you, and it's also dependent on what gear you have. Moving on to the holster, the knee pads, and the gloves, they are the 3 remaining pieces of the True Patriot gear set, and as I mentioned before, all I'm doing on all of these pieces are stacking crit hit chance and crit hit damage. Last but not least, my friends, we have the backpack. I'm running with a Memento. That is typically my first choice in a build like this. However, if you do not have it as yet, any backpack with the talent Bloodsucker or Adrenaline Rush will be totally fine. One of the reasons I recommend one of those 2 talents is if you have that equipped, you may want to switch your talent on your chest to Intimidate, because when that's active and you have bonus armor, you're getting 35% weapon damage to NPCs within 10 meters. And one thing really quick is the reason you're seeing so many people run with a Memento is that it's the best bag and slot. I mean, when you're talking about run and gun builds, things like that, you're getting so many different bonuses while you're picking up those trophies. It's just highly effective. So again, if you do have it, that should be your first choice. Now, in regards to my skills, I have the Crusader Shield just in case. I have the Assault Drone because it puts out damage and it's a great distraction to NPCs. My crit hit chance is at 55.7% and crit hit damage is at 116.3%. Now, those numbers can greatly be improved, and one thing I want to mention as we start to wrap up is the fact that these are the best pieces of True Patriot that I've gotten so far. I have not had the best luck in finding this gear, so again, you have to build around the things you have. One thing I'd like to mention really quick for new players, as a lot of you have been asking, your crit hit chance is maxed at 60%. So what I recommend doing is stacking your crit hit chance before you start stacking your crit hit damage. Another thing I recommend is anytime you're trying out a new build, go to a mission or control point that you're comfortable with. That way you know the pattern of the NPC and you can really see how this build reacts to your gameplay. Most of you know by now that one of my favorite aspects in making build videos is the communication we have at the channel. So as always, if you have any other ideas, leave them in the comment section down below. You guys know my main goal is to try to help out players in any way I can. With all of that being said, I'm going to start to wrap this up. As always, I want to take a moment and thank you all for your continued support. We're just about to crack 13,000 subscribers. Our 1-year anniversary is on Sunday. Again, you guys, I cannot thank you enough for supporting this channel the way you have. Like I said at the beginning of this thing, if you happen to be new here, feel free to hit that subscribe button. If you enjoyed this, do me a favor, please hit that like button. It really does help us out, but most importantly, take care of yourself, be kind to each other, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks again, everyone.
Just lost the camera feed from the holding area. There was a bright flash and then static.
Vital signs critical.
Camera again. The holding area is just ahead. Once you find that laptop, grab it and get the hell out of there.
Looks like you got True Sun's reinforcements headed your way.
North or south side?
Both. Heavier concentration to the south.
With all those gates sealed, the north exit should be closer.